How to create a colourful design like this in Affinity Photo. Really easy using layers, patterns and gradients. You need a layer, so go to Layer and New Layer. You can use the shortcut of course as well. Then fill it with a gradient. Just going to go here to the gradient tool. With the gradient tool, click and drag. Hold down Shift, makes it it's linear across like that. And then click up here and just change it. White to black, not particularly great. You can just quickly change the colours. So I select the stop, click here, and then make it red, say, and then this one, just click there, maybe make it blue, and maybe just add some additional stops in the centre, click there and go with something like that. Fairly dramatic gradient, more dramatic than white to black. Next thing to do, just resize this layer. So go to the Move tool, and then just drag this over, and just resize it, make it fairly small. And this is going to be my selection for a pattern. All you need to do then is go to Layer, and you can see there, New Pattern Layer from Selection. So New Pattern Layer from Selection, it will use that. Then what you can do, you can go over here to the mirror, and then you can resize. Now you can see there's a line there. That's not a big deal. It's not going to be a big deal in the, so once you've resized this, moved this around, you could barely see it. What you can then do is you can rasterize this layer. I'm just going to go to Layer and rasterize. Whole thing has been rasterized, and now I can distort it. You could just use it with these. That will create a really interesting straight line design. But what you can do, you can warp it a bit. So filters, go here and distort and deform. Now I would suggest make certain you've got the Move tool selected. If you've got other tools selected, sometimes the deform doesn't work well. So deform always puts the panel down the bottom, really useful. What you can then do is go for similarity. I prefer that one. And then just click, just add a pin, and add 2 or 3 of them. And then you can just distort it. And that just creates that just lovely pattern design when you actually come to combine them. And you can just drag this out, maybe. Now avoid dragging in, so you sort of end up distorting the layer inwards. So I'm just going to push it. I don't want it to sort of drag out and have any sort of gaps appearing. Okay, I'm going to go with this. You of course could make it as distorted as you like. Then click Apply. Next thing to do, go to the Layers panel, and all the Layers panels and things can be found in Window. You can see here. Now, one thing I am using, best point this out, Document, I'm just going to go down here, Convert Format. And you'll notice I'm using here RGB/32. You can set that up when you set up the initial document, when you create a new document. Now you could use this with RGB8 as well, perfectly reasonable. But okay, next thing to do, go here, make this difference. So blend mode of difference. Now you get this weird effect here because of course I've still got this one here. You can always delete it, don't need it anymore. So now this one's difference. Move tool selected, press return or enter on the keyboard. And this panel will pop up, the move/duplicate. Just move that out of the way. Now what you can do, just click here, duplicate. Fortunately, it always needs to be clicked there. Just changing here, can't do that. So let's just make that 2. Let's go for 4. 4, reasonable start point. Now all you have to do is just change rotation. And as you change that, you get this weird effect straight away. Change that rotation, 2, 3. Now you can also go for 5.5. You don't have to go with just 5. So 5.5. Now you'll notice there's an issue here. And solution for that, just increase the scale. So just push the scale up. Let's just make it a lot bigger. And you can see you can push it pretty extreme. Maybe go for something like that, 405. Maybe not. But you can definitely extremely stretch it. And you can modify these. You can also use different transport points as well. At the moment it's doing it from center. You could do it from different parts as well using this tool over here. Okay, so you can now see as you do that, number of copies. I'm not going to increase that anymore, so I'm just going to change the rotation. You can see different results by just changing this, and you can hit certain points where I think it just looks much nicer. You just stretch it, you get these lovely stretches, you get some nice patches here. Sometimes it's not exactly right, and then click OK, and there you have it. What you can then do is select all of those layers over here, so all selected layers, then go to Layer and Merge Selected, so they can all be merged down into a single layer. You can then of course distort this again. Filters, repeat, distort, deform, and you can see then you get this effect. Now also you can of course modify it with additional colours, additional adjustments.